Hey everyone, welcome to the 12 days of Christmas. This is day 2, and if you're wondering what day 1 was, it was the 12 things that I would recommend you give an artist. So today is day 2, and I just ordered this palette for Black Friday, and I'm so excited. I've been dying for granulating watercolors, and I was looking at other watercolors, but this one seemed to be the most affordable one for me. So this is the White Night Watercolor Granulation palette, and this palette color is, it doesn't exactly say. This is another language here. But I really love the color selection. So I thought this would be perfect to do a swatch test. And I would love to create my swatches as little forms of mountains because of the color selection. So I'm going to dive in here and get my swatch paper going. I'm not exactly sure what weight capacity this is. I've had this paper for years and years, and it's still good. It's acid free, and I'm just now down to a tiny little bit. Also, I'm going to play around with different brushes. So I have the Princeton Neptune, and then I have the Gamboge Grumbacher assorted hair, and I've also have had this particular brush for years. I love this brush. It's just now getting tattered and wasted. Neptune is Princeton brand, and it's always excellent. Another thing that I'll be using to do my sketch is my General's Kimberly pencil 4H. Love 4H pencils. I have my water extra palettes here, and I have backup water off to the side. So let me get into the drawing of this, and we'll jump into the opening. All right, so we have the little mountains drawn. You cannot really see them, and that's okay with me. I am seeking to make sure the pencil is pretty light, and let's see if it shows up. So there it is, just a bit. Now let's get to opening the palette. That's the fun part. Okay, so again, this is the White Night Watercolor Extra Fine Artist Colors in a palette box granulation set. This does not have a name by which the colors are associated by, but I do see that it's yeah, it doesn't have a name. They usually coordinate with a name. And what it's called, it's just White Night Artist by Nevskaya Blatera. I'm not exactly sure if this has a name, but anyways, let's get to opening. So I already took a sneak peek, and I love the little box that it comes in. I think this box is pretty sturdy. It also comes with a little swatch card, but I'm going to save that for another time for when I travel. And this also comes with wells, which I think it's very convenient that they're sort of broken up that way. And it comes with a holder for travel brush. So in particular, I have these travel brushes, and it should fit. No, I don't think it will. It's too thick. So, well, that's good to know. I would probably put a really small brush in here. I'm not exactly sure if I have one that fits in here, but I wouldn't typically put my brushes in here anyway. So yeah, let's get into opening these. So this is very convenient, I think, when things disassemble and you are able to clean things out. Also forgot to mention that these are full pans, so I do appreciate that design. All right, so the first color is Violet Shadow. Violet Shadow. And I'm so excited to just get these going. So that's Violet Shadow number 629. And I'll probably save this to write the names on my swatch card. So actually, I'm gonna just show the name just like this and speed things up for the sake of time. So first impressions, I did not expect them all to look black. I thought that they were going to look a little closer to the colors on the package. I would say this one's the most distinguished color. Maybe this green here, but these greens kind of look alike. So you definitely want to pay attention to the numbering on the pan. And this is when it becomes important to really make a swatch card. So let's soak these for a bit and then we will get to the fun part. All right, so everything is nicely labeled. I'm so excited to just get into it. Okay, so again, first color is Violet Shadows 629. I'm gonna soak my brush. Just make sure that's nice and clean. And I'm just gonna roll it around. Oh, I just wet the brush with paint on it. Oh my goodness. This color is so pretty. Ready? Okay, let me just add some. You can see the color there. It's so purpley. Oh, wow. Wow, so much pigment. I didn't even need to soak my brush and like glide it across as much as I did here. I'm gonna get a smaller detail brush and add some more pigment, but you can already see the granulation happening. Wow, wow, wow. This is so amazing. And I love granulating colors. I think the queen of granulating colors and swatching is Natasha Newton. I'm 100% sure if you're watching this video that you've probably watched some of Natasha's videos. She does the most amazing job at painting pebble-like swatches. I am in love. Wow. So right now, this is like a wet on wet technique, and I think it's perfect. So let me try to do some of the lifting technique that Natasha does so that we can see the color in all of its true form. There's just a little hair. My dog hair is everywhere. Okay, I wasn't too confident in the numbers that I wrote here, so I triple checked and I am correct. So I am going down the list. I'm just gonna check it for one last time just to make sure. Yep, so that's, yep, okay. Okay, now I can confirm that I'm giving you the correct facts. So let me clean my fingertips. I've ruined all of my fingertips. Okay, moving on. Blue shadows. And I only need a bit, so I'm gonna twirl it here and wet my brush again. Wow, it looks a little bit like a, what's that color called? Oh my god, I'm blanking. Wow. Paint gray, that's the color. Oh, this is beautiful. So I got a little bit of a bloom here. So I'm very mindful of how you pick up your colors. It's a little challenging when you use too much water. And I think also this particular paper doesn't do too good with overwetting. I kind don't want to fix that, but I'll just leave it be. This is so pretty. I'm just gonna leave it as is instead of trying to pick up the color. So that's blue shadow. Let's move on. All right, so cobalt mist. Pretty similar, just a little bit more warmer than the blue shadow. I was hoping for a little bit more granulation, similar to the Schminke, but I'm not seeing it. Let me adjust my chair. I have a rolly chair, and I'm just sliding back. Yeah, so I was hoping for a bit more granulation, but the pigment is absolutely gorgeous. Wow. So that's cobalt blue, and you can see the similarities, and I'll show you again once it dries, but this is much more cooler. This is slightly cool, but just a different tone. I said warm at first, but I can see it being a cool color. You can see the granulation separation happening in the bowl. All right, moving on. Dark blue shadows. Ooh, this would be a perfect midnight sky. So a while back, maybe a couple videos ago, worked on a gradation night sky, and it was a fail. But I think what made it fail was the type of medium that I used. If I had used watercolor, that would have been perfect. But I believe I used some sort of Posca pens. But this would be probably the most perfect night sky. All right, moving on to Taiga Mist. Oh wow, I did not expect the green. All right, next color is a lilac mist. So I'm assuming this to be purple. Let's see what we get. Oh yeah. Okay, just making sure there's space. I'm gonna swap out these pans for the next set. So moving on to the right side, green shadows. All right, next color is Aquamarine Mist. This is probably going to be the most fun color. Yes, everything I imagine. Well, all right, so let's jump into Gray Rose Mist. This aquamarine is so gorgeous. Gray Rose Mist. Oh, I was not expecting that. Wow, look at how green that looks, and this looks gray. These are so deceiving. Oh my goodness. What? Wow, I'm truly deceived. This is gonna make a super excellent night sky sort of gradiating palette. I want to try that picture again that I failed on. Okay, so this is Sky Blue Shadows. A bit more on the muted side. There seems to be some opacity to this, kind of like that effect. All right, down to the last two. Hematite Mist. I'm excited for this color. It's gonna deceive me again. Okay, I was expecting a red, but it's like a purpley red. It's like I kind of knew what the colors were gonna look like based off of the box, but I'm still astonished. Wow. So pretty. Okay, last color. And I hope to use these for the other things I have planned for the 12 days of Christmas. So if you're liking this video, for sure hit the like and subscribe. On to the last color, Violet Mist. Similar to Violet Shadow in some ways. I kind of like this way of swatching in little mountain forms. Tell me what you think. I just want to add some darkness here and see how that does. So pretty. Oh no, I just realized that you can't see the last swatches. So this one was the Sky Blue Shadow. And this one was the hematite. And I'll just do a quick little retest so that you can see. Okay, so retesting the sky blue shadow, which I think is a really pretty color. So that's the sky blue shadow. Very nice. And I'm going to move on to the hematite mist so that you can see it. So this one's pretty deceiving. So I was super impressed by it because in the pan it looks like a red almost, if you can see that. But on paper, and when you test it out, it almost looks like a purpley color. Alright, so let me try to fix some of this here and blend it out. So I kind of did a wet on dry technique with these two mountains. So let me try to fix it just a little. Oh, the granulation on that is so pretty. Okay, so I'm done swatching. I'm gonna let it dry for a little bit and I'm gonna show you what it looks like dry and see how the granulation starts to happen. So far I can see some. Most of them seem dry. I was expecting a bit more granulation, but here's what we have so far. I'm gonna let these dry properly and I will return. Okay, so things are fully dried. I expected much more granulation than I see here. I would say the violet mist is the most granulating for sure. I love that look. The second most granulating would have to be the cobalt mist, tying with the dark blue shadow. Most of these are pretty subtle when it comes to the granulation. Like this one would be fourth in line. So if I had to say violet mist, cobalt mist, dark blue shadows, aquamarine mist are the most granulating in this particular set. This one is okay. I feel like I got a lot of cauliflower blooms. I don't know, let me know what you think. Am I seeing things or should they have much more granulation? Alright, so that was day 2 of my 12 Days of Christmas White Night Granulations Night Palette review. I'm just going to call it the Night Palette. I'm not sure if they have a specific name. If they do, I'll make sure I correct myself. But so far, I really enjoy the colors. I love the pigmentation and everything seems to look really fun in these almost rock-like mountains. They kind of look like gemstones in a way. I kind of like this way of swatching. My favorite color of all is aquamarine mist for sure, followed by the lilac mist, then the cobalt mist. I don't know, between cobalt and dark blue shadows, those are my two favorite blues. Alright, so if you enjoyed this video, definitely give me a like and subscribe. I'm hoping to reach 300 subscribers by the start of next year, 2024. I know that's a small goal, but little goals will help you get further in life, in my opinion. Alright, so that is it, and I will see you for day 3.